In Tanzania, there are over 2.6 million orphans. And a lot of people will ask, why are there so many orphans? And the simple answer is because of the AIDS virus. See, in many villages, young men are unable to support their families. So they will leave the family to go to the big city or to a mine to find work. While they're there, they'll fall into the prey of prostitutes and contract AIDS. Then they return home, spreading the virus to their wives, eventually leaving the children without parents. This is a vicious cycle that repeats itself again and again.
After our first trip, our desire to return to Tanzania came from an overwhelming burden to bring hope to these children. We knew we were incapable of touching the lives of every child, but like Mother Teresa said, if you can't feed 100, just feed one. So that's what we've been doing.
Oh, now we are going to the Maasai village called Olmoton. We are going to see one of our pastors who lost his last born. So we're going to the church on the mountain where the Maasais are.
And we had no idea how far it was, and so we just kept hiking and hiking, and we're getting higher and higher. And finally we got there, but on the way up, we could hear the kids singing. And it reminded me so much of the first time I came 20 years ago when Pastor Zach was taking me and some other guys up a hill to a church over in Arusha. And as we were driving up, we could hear this singing way off in the distance, and it kept getting louder and louder. And it was little kids that were singing, but it sounded like angels singing. Hearing that singing of those kids, it just brought back a lot of memories. And of course, when we got up there, the church was pretty much the same as the one that I saw 20 years ago. You could see through the walls. It was a dirt floor, nothing spectacular, but you could really feel the presence of the Lord there. They were worshiping the Lord, and when they worship the Lord, they really get into it. And they're singing and they're dancing, and there's just kind of all this dust that's coming up, because it's so dusty out there. And it's just a really interesting thing to watch, especially after growing up in America where our churches are pretty dry. You get out there with these people, and it's like they want to worship and they want to dance and sing, and it's just pretty spectacular.
Since we've been in Tanzania, we've seen hundreds of lives changed. You can have a huge impact by prayerfully considering a monthly sponsorship. Our sincere hope is that you will experience the joy of being a part of these children's lives. This is also an incredible opportunity to get our children here in the U.S. involved in making a difference in another human life. Often this can become a life-changing connection for our children, especially when they can have a direct involvement with these children through Africa Harvest of Hope, maybe one day even meeting their sponsored child in person.